Hello, and we're going to be talking about a very interesting wide receiver on Player Profiles today.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, this should be interesting. It's Al's turn to throw one at me. Let's see.
Super Bowl winning wide receiver.
Always sounds good. I'm liking this already. It should be an easy yes.
He's playing with Carson Wentz.
Okay, maybe not so easy to say yes to. Okay, who's this?
Alshon Jeffrey.
Oh, God, no. Dear God.
He's going 53 overall. You can't be good if you go 53 overall.
It's Alshon Jeffrey.
I just told you that.
Is there anything good about Alshon Jeffrey?
I don't know, tell me.
So what do you think?
Give me your opinion. Well, I've asked your opinion.
Okay, how can one put this? Okay, there are certain players in life, right? This is, when Al says squirm, right? So players that make you squirm and go, no. If I've ever owned any shares of Alshon Jeffrey, it has always ended bitterly. Now, I'm going to just be totally honest about this. So it is a player, not because of necessary performances, just by having him on your team. So, like in life, sometimes there are albatrosses. And I consider Alshon Jeffrey a bad omen. So, for me, he's a player I avoid. I don't even bring his name up. I don't even put him in my book. I don't mention his name. I avoid him.
Can I borrow your book and a pen?
You can try and add it in if you want. He's not mentioned.
If he's an albatross, if he's not going to give you bad omens.
He's not even mentioned. I can't even think he'll be. I haven't got up to 50. Oh, yes, I have. Let's have a look. Actually, let's just highlight this for Al's benefit. Right, 53. We're 3 pages in so far. None of them will mention. Where are we? Oh yeah, we're just outside your range, so he's not mentioned yet. But he won't be mentioned in my book because. He's a player I avoid like the player. I can't stand this guy. He's just, for me, he's so inconsistent, but he just brings my entire team down. Last year...
What's wrong with that? I mean, I'm
a
53.
I'm a fan of that. Last year at 53, could you enlighten us over his stats? Because
do you know what? I was going to ask you, when do you reckon Alshon Jeffrey, pretty well thought of QB, normally goes quite high. When do you think he had a 1,000-yard season?
What, Alshon Jeffrey?
Yeah.
You've probably got to go back 3 or 4 years for that 1,000-yard season.
2014.
So 4 years ago. There you go.
Why did you go so high?
Because people have got this enamoured thing with him having one good year.
Listen to the yards of the last 4 years. 807 yards.
Yeah.
This is your wide receiver one on
was
the
this
team.
in 2015?
Yeah.
Right, yep.
821.
Yep.
789.
Yep.
And 843.
I think what this is telling us is, and let's be honest, Philadelphia with a wide open spread offense,
and he's only played 1 full season in that time as well.
In a wide open offense with a player that's Mr. Inconsistent, who will give you a game here and there. He's good for 700 to 800 yards. You're picking him at 53. That is round 5 in a very small league /6. And in the big leagues, it's just outside round 3, i.e. 4. And that high for a player, and he has to hit you 140 fantasy points. It's not the ceiling isn't even hitting that. I mean, it just ain't happening.
I think he got most of his yards last year when he was playing with Foles as well.
Yeah,
he was non-existent. I know he got injured first 4 games. He missed 4 games.
I don't care about that because he's always blimmin' injured. Look, he has been an albatross. This highlights exactly why he's an albatross. You learn about certain players and then they let you down. I used to think this a lot, so I'd be the first to admit it. I mean, any drafter does. You go on the curve of the year before, right? So you pick a player. I did 2015. I think it's highlighted beautifully here. You go on the curve of a player because of the year before. You think, oh, look at the sky's the limit. And sometimes you strike gold and sometimes they let you down. Once they let you down, you don't then go back for 2016 and think, well,
depends what sort of person you are. Some people are getting hurt.
I'll go again. No, I avoid like the plague because he let me down, and then he let me. If I'd have picked him, he'd have let me down again. This highlights beautifully what I've said about certain situations.
It could be different.
I don't draft those players that have the potential to really annoy me for the season. Imagine owning shares of him and then him not producing week in,
well,
week
I'm
out.
hoping your wide receiver will be Keenan Allen, Alshon Jeffrey, and Corey Davis.
It's the dream team.
That's your 3.
It's the dream team. It's nothing.
Your 3 teams.
That's the dream team. I mean, some people would look at that and say, "What a great wide receiver core." And I'm sure there's, apps out. I'm sure there's apps out there that will commend me for those. It's an A grade, 99 out of 100 start for a draft. No, it isn't. It just isn't going to work out for me. So no, Alshon Jeffrey, avoid. Delete. Don't even put him on your list. There are players that I don't even bother putting him on.
Do you think if someone's drafting Alshon Jeffrey, they should pick up their laptop and throw in the toilet?
In all honesty, and I mean this with all respect, because people don't mean it. You don't want to be rude to drafters because obviously that's not fair. You're live drafting, but you'll often say good pick. And that because you didn't want him, right? It's as simple as that. Great. I'm glad you picked him. Brill. He was never going on my team anyway. You could have waited the 12th round and I still wouldn't pick him. That's how much I don't trust him.
Oh, you've got to pick him then.
No, there's other players I'll take shots on that could do that. What he's doing there, no, I'm not touching him. Can't do it. Never going to happen. Never going to dull my name. I won't even mention him. He doesn't. He wouldn't, even if he was. I was doing a draft guide. My draft guide will be different than everybody else's because there'll be players I won't mention, and I shall just put on the last sheet. These players are not mentioned in this draft guide because I can't trust them, and nor should you.
Would you rather have Jeffrey from Rainbow than?
I'd rather have Zippy.
If you're American, I'm sorry.
I'd rather have Zippy from Rainbow. Who can't talk. At least he might.
George,
he's got no hands. He's better. He's better.
No
he's better. His little hands. He's better. I take T-Rex over Alshon Jeffrey. I'm not touching him. It's never going to happen. So you know if you're drafting, and you can leave him as late as you want. I'm still not picking him. So simple as that. You can go 5 rounds lower, and I'm not touching him. Sorry.
He's one of the beasts of Midway. He used to be
beasts of
Chicago.
the Midway.
Him and Marshall. They were...
Maybe one day in the past they were, but no consistency. So Alshon Jeffrey, sorry, not drafting you.
You know what? It's all because of 2013. He had 1,400 yards.
Think of him like Allen Robinson. One great year and then nothing, and you still have believers, right? You still have people who go, yeah, but what if Alan Johnson does this? Let me tell you, Alan Robinson.
Who's Alan Johnson?
I don't know Alan Johnson. He's not doing anything. But think of it this way, right? So, and that is quite funny in its own way. That you get these players who just don't live up to the hype after the 1 year. So you learn you've got to hit ahead of the curve. So when we mention players, we're always we're not going on what they did last year generally, unless we believe they're elite. That's different. Every year they can produce. But you're looking for the next trend. The only trend is the same. The only trend is downwards. The trend is even potentially worse than that.
People are looking at it, though, and this is a counter argument.
Yeah, go on.
Wide receiver 1.
On whose books?
Wentz could take a step forward.
Okay, let's look at the camera. Let's bring up the ADP.
You've got Deshaun Jackson stretching in the
Okay,
defense.
let's bring up the ADP and look at the wide receivers around him. That'd be the fairest thing to do. Okay, let's and take a big list. Can we bring up the whole list of wide receivers?
I don't think there's any coming back for him. I've told people to throw their laptop in the toilet if they draft.
Well, yeah, of course, but
there's no coming back from that.
So let's have a wide receiver whole list, okay? And give me about 5 players ahead of him and 5 players below him.
Might be 3, I think. I think 5's too many.
All right.
So the 3 before him: Cooper Kupp.
Not drafting him either.
Chris Godwin.
Not drafting him either. Yeah, it's easy, this list.
The ones after are DJ Moore, Sammy Watkins,
no,
Allen Robinson.
No, that's good. See, the whole list there, that's a draft point. You can pretty much tell where I'm swerving. It's just those players I don't trust.
You've got to pick someone in that, right?
Yeah, but not those.
Who?
But somebody else. Not
I left out Calvin Ridley.
Well, that I would have taken him.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
I'd take him. That's obvious, isn't it? That's nice.
Sean Watson.
Yeah, take him.
Kenyon Drake.
No, not him. But you see what my point is? You got to draft the players you trust, and if I don't trust the player, I'm never drafting him.
In the next round after these?
Yeah, go on.
Mike Williams.
Oh, well, it's ridiculous.
Robbie Anderson.
It's ridiculous. You see, those guys I trust more than these, and if it was,
Boyd.
I trust him more than I do this guy, Alshon Jeffrey. At least I feel there's some big upside if he's playing opposite AJ Green, and why not? I mean, frankly, you know what you're going to get. Probably similar numbers to Alshon Jeffrey without the premium. I'll take that. There's no way I'm drafting on 1 year's evidence. That's the issue. It's exactly the same as Allen. Exactly the same as him. I can't do it. And that is why I suggest you should. There are certain players you have to take them off the draft, but forget the draft. Don't even put them in the list.
Well, no, actually, I mean, if you're going to print out a list, just cross off the players you don't want.
Yeah, don't even think about them. I mean, he doesn't even enter my head. He's never coming on my board. He's never on any of my teams. And there's a reason, and because frankly,
to borrow your book.
You're welcome to. Once it's finished, I've still got just finishing it ready for
first round player. It could be.
Well, the first round's the easy round to talk about. It's the other rounds where it gets dicey. In my view, the real drafts are won and lost.
This is a dicey round by the sound of it.
Round 4 is a very interesting round actually, but then so is round 3. So we'll talk more on those later. We're going to do some redraft advice videos later on and some tips around those kind of tricky rounds. I'm not taking a tight end early. You know my strategy on this. It's never happening in a million years. So no, unless it's Kelsey, it's nobody. And I'm not paying the premium that they want for Kelsey this year. So that's out. So no tight ends this year. I'll wait.
No tight end?
I'll wait till very late, but just pick up the scrub. Somebody will give me pack numbers. Maybe do better than they think. That'll do. As for
Right.
Alshon Jeffrey, I'll probably find tight ends that give more than him.
Is there a person watching this video that's an Alshon Jeffrey fan?
Probably his
and
mum.
thinks he can bounce back?
Probably his mum.
I don't doubt she's watching.
I bet
And
she
then
is.
she wouldn't have got this far.
No, that's true. Yeah, your son's...
You've insulted her son.
Look, your
So-
son, nice man, probably a great man, right? Probably great for his community. Respect that, right? But wide receiver, no. He could be wide open, he's not catching nothing. He can't even catch a cold. This guy's not worth it.
Oh, I think he can.
Catch a cold, yeah, absolutely. He's not that good, is he?
He's
Let's
not
be
that
honest.
bad.
He's
Who
terrible.
would you take out of him and Robinson? You got to take one of them.
I'm not taking either. I'd
Don't take
rather...
one of them.
What do you mean have to?
Because you have to. That's the rule.
I'm not taking...
It's a new game.
Oh, God, I have to take one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take Alshon over Robinson.
Yay! We've got a fan.
Purely because
loves Alshon.
there's no other reason.
Bucket. He
It's
loves
terrible.
Alshon Jeffrey. He just drafted him. So
It's just a waste of a pick. I'm not doing it. Never in a million years. I advise anybody just scrub him off your list.
I can see you're in two minds about this.
Yeah,
so,
okay. Well, try and convince me.
No, I can't.
Let's just try and
I
convince
cannot
me.
convince you because
It's
I feel
never
so.
going to happen. I mean, I think there's an argument to say that Carson Wentz is a good quarterback for this year. I think there's an argument you can make. I think the schedule looks good for them. But that doesn't mean he benefits. This is a wide open RPO system, and I think actually it's detrimental to him. I think he's a real nutcase.
Well,
this guy.
Wentz doesn't really target him, does he?
No, there's no chemistry, no bond at all, and that's
All he does is throw to words.
I suspect
every pass.
Carson
seems
Wentz.
to.
Frankly, I think Carson Wentz secretly is involved in several fantasy leagues, none of which he owns.
Alshon
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Not drafted him anyway.
So that tells you everything you need
Who
to
does
know.
draft him?
I don't, look, if
Who
you
drafts
draft
Alshon
if you
Jeffrey?
draft Alshon Jeffrey at 53, is that where he is at the moment in the ADP list? I think around about 50 or 53. I think he said. Just going to check that out.
Yeah, 55.
55. So if you draft Alshon Jeffrey at 55, let's see. Assume that holds. Could you please tell us why? I'm just curious what it is that you believe is going
Why
to happen.
you're playing fantasy?
What it is that's going to get you that amazing upside that this guy's got to give you at that point in the draft. I agree in smaller leagues
You have
maybe.
put 1,400 yards up before and 9 touchdowns.
Listen,
In a different year.
I can tell you about certain players who've done that as well, but they're no longer playing. Right? That's best days are
Well, you'd
past
rather
them.
draft them.
I probably would take a flyer on Josh Gordon over him than this guy.
Megatron, get him.
Yeah, Megatron. I mean,
He's
maybe
making a
he
comeback,
comes
isn't he?
back, maybe. But I can't trust that. I'm sorry, no way. If you like him, you want him, and you want to get him, good luck to
You
you.
can't
But
just say he's got a name.
no, I don't even name him.
Me.
Sorry, I don't even name the guy. He is an albatross. You avoid those like the plague.
Albatross Jeffrey.
Albatross, Jeffrey.
Oh, I
avoid
think you've
them.
been a bit harsh now.
No, albatross. Trust me. Put him on your fantasy team and watch it drop like a stone. You will sink to the bottom of your league. You put this guy on any team, honestly, he drags the rest of them down. And there's no point watching those Philadelphia Eagle games because you'll have a week and you know it's coming. You need 3 points from Alshon Jeffrey. It ain't happening. Just get rid of him. Don't do it. Just
think you're being
avoid.
harsh.
No, not at all. Trust me, it ain't happening. You wait till
I
your
wouldn't
next.
draft him at 55.
You wait till your next video. I've got a player for you.
Right, well, I look forward to it. There you go, Alshon Jeffrey.
It's a no from me.
You know,
What do you think? Do you love him? If so,
does
why?
anyone like him anymore?
And please
And
like,
he
subscribe, and
keeps
comment.
drafting Allen Robinson as well. That
It
high.
must be Alshon Jeffrey that keeps drafting.
They draft each other.
They draft each other to keep the stock value high and keep the contracts coming. It's got to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I think we'd say we're a no on Alshon.
I think, in reflection,
You a
it's
no?
still quite a simple no. Yeah, but I appreciate you putting him up on the chopping block and
they're still slightly higher than Allen Robinson.
just marginally.
All right, well there you go. Thanks for watching. So I think you've enjoyed that, and
Lovely. Thanks for
remember
watching.
to paint the whole world with a rainbow. So,
Take care, and I hope you draft him ahead of me. Thank you.